Okay, now we easily can draw triangles, but what about circles? Here is the big idea. What if we draw a circle using a set of triangles? This is called approximation. We form the complex shape from the set of basic shapes, like triangles, that are easy to draw. One way to approximate the circle is to draw a sliced set of radially aligned triangles, like in a pizza or in an apple pie. Of course, if the number of slices is too low, the approximation will barely resemble the circle. But if we increase the number of steps, the final shape will look much better. All we need to know is point coordinates for each slice to form triangles and feed them to OpenGL machinery. You can see that we easily can find all the points by means of simple rotation of the initial point line on y-axis. Of course, the angle beta equals to complete circle of 360 degrees divided by the number of steps. So, to find all points, we can use the following algorithm. First, we rotate the initial point from the y-axis by angle beta and find its new coordinates. Then we form a triangle from 3 points: the origin, the old point from previous step and the new rotated point, and repeat this process number of times. The formula for x-coordinate projection of the new rotated point is r times sine beta, and for y-coordinate is minus r times cosine beta. In the end of this lecture, I'll explain this 2D rotation math in depth. Check it out or just trust me for now. Okay, let's start from our basic app template from the previous lecture. As you know, our goal is to find the new point by rotating the initial point from the y-axis by the angle beta. Then we will repeat this process to form a set of triangles for OpenGL. Okay, let's make some variables to define the circle. We need its center point position and radius. Include the header of standard math library for sine and cosine functions. Trig functions like sine and cosine work with radians, not with degrees. The full circle is 2 pi radians, and this corresponds to 360 degrees. To calculate the beta angle, we need to divide this value by number of steps. Okay, let's create the loop and rotate the point and draw the triangle inside it. We need to store the previous point coordinates outside the loop. Now, let's assemble the triangle starting from its origin point and initial point from the y-axis. But what about the new rotated point? To find it, let's use the rotation formula. Rotated x-coordinate equals to r times sine beta, and y-coordinate equals to minus r times cosine beta. Also, we need to multiply by I to calculate the angle for the current step. Now we have the final point of the triangle. Let's just save the old values for the next cycle step. One final touch. Let's select a different color for the circle because we already filled the background white. As you can see, this shape is nearly not a circle. But let's see what happens if we increase the number of steps. Well, with 100 triangles it looks almost perfect.